Hey there guys, Just Cause 2 is a game that I've been meaning to play for a while now, and though I played it, I feel that there's very little that I like about the game. Yeah, sure, it's a step up from the first game, but it didn't manage to do some things better. I will admit that there is some fun to Just Cause 2, but it's plagued by its bad story and very repetitive gameplay. The game is not a complete waste of time, it just wasn't really to my liking. I know that for a certain amount of people that this is their favorite game, and I don't make this video to hate on the game, I just made this video to talk about my experience. The game starts out good, but when you get further into the game, you begin to realize its flaws. The game doesn't do a good job of switching things up, and there is very little character development. I really wanted this game to give me a good experience, but most of the time, I felt like I was playing this game for no reason. I thought that the longer I played, the more progress I was making, but I was wrong about that. The biggest problem I have with Just Cause 2 is that the game doesn't really have a set mission. You basically play as a glorified errand boy, and that is where the repetitive gameplay starts. Every time I started a new mission, I was wondering, when are we going to get something different to do? Only to find out that the whole time I had been doing side missions. The game is pretty much 90% side missions that are disguised as story missions. Then when you finally get a story mission, it is the exact same type of missions as the side missions. You basically do the same thing. I got so tired of drive to this place to get a mission, then drive to another place just to blow something up. Just Cause 2 has a very big map, probably one of the biggest maps to be in a third-person game at the time. This is why it was very frustrating to have to go from one end of the map to the other just to get a mission and then end up having to go back to the other end just to blow something up for about the 100th time. And I barely used the travel system because I actually wanted to explore the map. I have to admit that the map is really flat. Anything of note in the game is spread like breadcrumbs across the map. There isn't that many dense city or town areas. It feels that all they did was spend most of their time just making the map big instead of actually making it meaningful. The other problem I have is with the weapon selection. Unless you bought all the DLC, you are missing out on a lot. And yes, I didn't buy the DLC, but the guns in the game are not the best. You can only have about 4 weapons at a time, and there are often times I ran out of ammo and had to stop mid-fight just to go look for ammo. When the guns you like run out of ammo, you have to switch to the guns you don't like, and it's often that your enemies have those guns you don't like. So I died many times from a lack of guns and also a lack of ammo. The game would only give you ammo for very specific weapons. Most of the time, if you don't have them, then the game just won't give you ammo. I finished Just Cause 2 with basically an oh okay view on it. You spend over 20 hours doing side missions and driving through the map, which takes a lot of time because it is so big. The only way to really get around the map is to use a helicopter, plane or jet. I didn't really bother with boats because most of the missions take place on land, and there isn't much to say about the story. Just Cause 1 did it much better, and Just Cause 2 has a very forgettable story that is almost non-existent. There are only 2 characters that come back from Just Cause 1, and I don't remember anyone else from Just Cause 2. A lot of the characters are cartoonishly bad. I finished this game and there is nothing much else to it. It's just a hit or a miss game. It's either this game was your favorite or it's either it was your worst. The game does a few things right, but the overall is the problem. There is no detail. There is no third dimensions to this game. Everything feels like plastic and the delivery feels like cardboard. The gameplay isn't good and the story isn't good. I would say if you have free time and really don't have any expectations, then it is a fun game to just mess around in. And in that aspect, it is the game for you. I won't say it is all out bad, but I would say it's badly made. And with that, this is the Chilly Man signing off. I thank everyone for watching. Peace out.